accepted and said, okay, if that is the case, we can continue the meeting. Well, really, in Senegal or in that part of Africa, the majority is Muslim, is overwhelming, so we really don't have those problems. But we know that, as the report in the Time magazine said, they are sending them now undercover as working in different organizations like Red Cross or whatever. And those people are really trying to evangelize, the Muslim community. The other thing they're doing also, and I told last year at the meeting which Shaykh Hassan held with the Rabita here, in parallel to the World Summit, that Islamic organizations should really focus on helping the Muslim community. Because if you go in a country like Senegal, 95% Muslim, of course a sheikh like Shaykh Hassan has established an hospital. And many sheikhs, when he did it, they follow the same step and did it within their community. But today you will find also Muslims in Senegal going to Christian schools for their children to get education, or going to Christian institutions to get health help. And that is not fair, when we know that Muslims in this world have enough money to finance the Muslim communities to be able to independent, both in education and health-wise. And I think also that if we are participating in many meetings, Shaykh Hassan is traveling throughout the world, but mostly when he travels is either to spread the word of Islam or for humanitarian activities. By having an NGO which is accredited by the United Nations, he always attends the United Nations meetings. And for instance, when he attended the meeting which was talking about poverty alleviation, he named the hadith of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when we went back to the UN Plaza Hotel where we stay, not knowing that the representative of the Rabita was in the meeting, he called and said, Sheikh, I would like to congratulate you. And I have called all my friends all over the world to tell them that today, on the pulpit of the United Nations, in front of the Jewish, the Christians and the non-believers, you dare mention a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sheikh say, why would I not mention the Prophet when those people are mentioning Mother Teresa or Princess Diana? I should also, as a Muslim, mention the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So with all those activities, he is doing it. And some people, for instance, who don't understand, are saying, why would you go to the United Nations? Why would you go to UNICEF? And I told them that we need to be present as Muslim in all those communities and organizations, because they will decide, we like it or not, some decision will affect our life. And if the Muslims are not present, they will not be able to say the point of view of Islam or to defend the point of view of Islam. And that's why the African American Islamic Institute is organizing all year, all the NGO community in Senegal to meet and discuss the topic which will be discussed in the United Nations. And then they'll do a report, and Shaykh Hassan will present it on behalf of those NGO community in Senegal at the United Nations. The meeting was held yesterday and the day before, and the report is ready, and inshallah in September we'll present it at the United Nations as a point of view of the NGO community in Senegal, which will be an Islamic point of view, of course, because 95% of the population in Senegal are Muslims.
Excellent. The events of 911 affect your organization, and what was your response, Shaykh Hassan, to the events of 911? And what was your words? Shaykh, you can ask this question. The events of 11 September. What was your response to Muslims and to non-Muslims around the world, and how do you see the world changing or after 911, after the events?
As always, we explain to our fellow Americans, Muslims and non-Muslims, that Islam has nothing to do with this. Some people, if they disagree with the American government and has done 911, that's their own problem. We should do our best to find out where are those people and get them and present them in front of the justice and judge them. Any set of judging all Muslims throughout the world. Because in our book, وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى, you cannot blame anybody because of the crime of someone else. Last year, I was invited to the Congress building, Capitol building in Washington. And the following day also, who were invited to the State Department. In any of those meetings, they asked me to speak about Islam. I told them Islam is a religion of peace. It's not a religion of terrorism or terrorists. Because the word peace and the dependence has repeated in Quran 33 times. While the word war, you will find in the Quran, I think 4 times or 6 times. How will you compare 6 to 33? I read the ayah, قَدْ جَاءَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ نُورٌ وَكِتَابٌ مُبِينٌ يَهْدِي بِهِ اللَّهُ مَنِ اتَّبَعَ رِضْوَانَهُ سُبُلَ السَّلَامِ وَيُخْرِجُهُم مِّنَ الظُّلُمَاتِ إِلَى النُّورِ بِإِذْنِهِ وَيَهْدِيهِمْ إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. This is Islam. Allah will guide those who accept Islam, those who accept Allah as their Lord. He will guide them the ways of peace. Islam is for that. If they want to judge Islam, not to judge Islam as a religion of terror, terrorists, or a religion of terrorism. All that, Islam has nothing to do out of it. Oppositely, you will see that Muslims all over, they are oppressed. They will deal with them injustice with injustice. If your name today is Muhammad or Abdullah, any Muslim name, you will see different treatments in the world. Where is democracy? Where is the human right? Where is the right of belief? We are ready to live in this world with non-believers, with the people who don't follow our religion, as long as they are not fighting us, as long as they are not driving us away from our homeland, we can deal with them based on justice. Because Islam is a religion of justice, of just. Some ayahs, we will see the ayah revealed to the Prophet in favor to a man who is not a Muslim having a problem with a Muslim. Even Allah is saying the Prophet, وَلَا تَكُنْ لِلْخَائِنِينَ خَصِيمًا. And the group who were accusing the man who is not a Muslim, they are Muslim. If Islam was a religion of injustice, he wouldn't have said it that way. Here is the Prophet ﷺ. When the kuffar asked him the stories of the people of the cave, and he said, tomorrow I will give you the story, without saying inshallah. Tomorrow, no revelation. Next tomorrow, nothing. It was a very difficult period to the Prophet ﷺ. But Allah, in a short story, when he came to deny that he did not abandon the Prophet, as the non-Muslims, the Kafirs in Mecca used to laugh at the Prophet, saying his Lord has abandoned him, his Lord has let him down. Allah, when he came to deny it, he followed the statement of the Prophet ﷺ, because the Prophet already said, Al-bayyinatu ala al-mudda'i wal-yaminu ala man ankara. If you accuse somebody, you should bring a proof. You'd accuse the one. If you want denied, you should swear that you did not do it. Allah, when he came to deny the accusation that he abandoned the Prophet, he left him, he let him out, he let him down. He said, وَالضُّحَى وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا سَجَى. I swear by the broad daylight, and when I swear by night time when the darkness is overwhelming the space. Then he denied. مَا وَدَّعَكَ رَبُّكَ وَمَا قَلَى. Your Lord did not abandon you, did not hate you, as these people are saying. And he told him, told him, وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. Your Lord will give you until you will be satisfied. And the hereafter will be better. وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى وَلَسَوْفَ يُعْطِيكَ رَبُّكَ فَتَرْضَى. Islam is a religion of just and well programmed. Look at that. Allah himself is following the statement. Al-bayyinatu ala al-mudda'i wal-yaminu ala man ankar. If you accuse somebody, bring the proof that he is the one who did it. You, the accused person, if you want to deny, swear by Allah that you did not do it. And what happened in 9/11? It's just to the people who did it. The majority of the Muslims, they have nothing to do with it. Even they heard it from the TV like everybody when the news come to the television or to the radio. Other than that, they have nothing to do with that. And they know it, I think. Because Muslims all over, in the Rabitat, in Saudi, all over Muslim countries, they have written papers, maybe books, even to deny what happened and to say what happened is against the humanity, and that's not Islam. Yes. So Islam, even during the time of war, Islam is advising the warrior, the soldiers, be careful with the woman, be careful with the children, don't cut the trees down, be careful with the people in their worship houses, the synagogues, the churches. Omar ibn Khattab, he gave a very good example. When he opened Jerusalem, inside the church, and the time of prayer came, the people said, you can't pray. He said, no. As soon as I get out of it, Muslims, they will take it by force and make it a mosque. Let me pray outside. He pray outside. And there, if you go, you will see Masjid Omar directly with the church. The church is this side and the mosque is the other side. That also is showing you the Muslim and the Islam as a religion of justice. It's not at all a religion of terrorism or terrorists. Yes. When Islam took the sword to fight, it was to defend itself. 13 years in Mecca, calling to Allah, don't worship the idols. People fighting them. Sumayya, Bilal, all those examples was very clear. They migrated to Ethiopia, later on to Medina after 13 years in punishment to Medina. In Medina also they followed them to fight with them, to stop it. Indeed, that is un-Islamic, what happened. And we Muslims, as we heard from many Muslim communities, starting from Rabita and all over the world, all of them, they deny it. And they have nothing to do with those criminals. We will call them criminals because they didn't do it on behalf of Islam, but they did it on behalf of their own personal affairs and criminal desires.
Hassan, Jazakallah khairan at 5:30. 5:30 different in Johannesburg, South Africa. Jazakallah khairan for joining us this afternoon. And it's just unfortunate that this is all that time allows us